Alright, on to the second video as part of my May 2024 Pickup Bonanza. Another unboxing video, and since back when I collected a lot of GI Joe Classified, I like to film them all being unboxed. We're gonna do that right here. I finally picked up the new Retro Scarlett, and I have the one from the original wave here for comparison. Now, when this first came out, a lot of people complained, said that, it's too futuristic, this is stupid, it looks like Power Rangers. Yeah, that's what some of them actually said. I still don't get it. How do you go from this to thinking this? Ugh, whatever. But I was fine with the designs at first. I mean, okay, does she have red hair? Well, yeah, it's orange red. Yeah, fine. Does she have yellow-orange armor plating and blue elsewhere? Well, yeah, then fine. She's Scarlet. Does she have a crossbow? Yeah. Then, come on, let's move on. Let's keep it moving. So I got this one without hesitation, and back in when Classified first came out, I of course marveled at it. You had all sorts of sculpted on detail, like holstered knives and guns on the OG 80s figures, but here you could actually sheath the guns and the knives, and so I was really down with it. And even when they put up like a repainted version or the movie version with the better head sculpt, I stuck with this one. The only one where I got something closer to the original 80s version was, of course, the Storm Shadow, and even that was a hard sell for me because I liked the Arctic one, and I had it for so long. I passed on the more cartoon-accurate Firefly and Zartan, but eventually, when I saw the retro-carded Scarlet, I eventually broke, and I resolved to get her. And at a Walmart, when I was doing some shopping to help family, yep, got her. Let's have a... Yep, Even's got the cutaway card and everything, and unlike the first batch of retro-carded ones that came out, it's not flimsy-ass cardboard. Got some cardboard Viagra going on here. So, let's get cracking. Well, mercifully, that didn't take too long. And the card's still mostly intact. Mostly. And we got a little stand to put Scarlet on in the meantime. So let's just go ahead and go right into articulation, then we'll go with the accessories. Yeah, she comes with a ponytail, you had to pour it in. Looks like it's in there good. Okay, buries the chin alright. Even with the hair, she can look up a bit. Good rotation. And oh yeah, one thing that's an automatic plus for these new female figures over the original ones, like that OG Scarlet and Baroness. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and pinless joints all around. So that's an automatic plus. Yeah, and she got like the little throwing star things on her gauntlet. And some good sculpting detail on the belt and stuff. Not much in the way of decal though. In terms of the weapon she has, I already gave her pistol. Has that ugly color that reminds me of those Army Men games. Remember that crap? And, okay, going down. Okay, I don't have to heat them up. We got pinless double jointed knees, like I said. Thigh cuts that are very well hidden by these straps and holsters. We do get a boot cut, and we get ankles that pivot in, well, this one, okay, that one. Been showing it rocking back and forth. Unfortunately, a downgrade. It's like when I replace a Toy Biz Marvel Legends with the Hasbro one. Hasbro ones don't usually have much detail, and here we go. Say what you want about, how it looks stupid and futuristic-y, but there's no denying that a lot of work went into the sculpting for all this, and the paint details that this new one just doesn't have. At least when I display these, a lot of the Joes are standing behind some ponies that Hasbro people might know. Oh yeah, I just noticed that. It's got the old school Hasbro logo down there. Nice little touch. So we won't really notice a lack of paint detail on the boots. And it's got like it's like the more tannish color for for the breastplate, whereas I kind of remember it being a little yellow-orange from the cartoon. That's one that one got right, but... So, I was still on the fence with this one for a while, but eventually, when I just saw it in a Walmart, and I hadn't seen any of them before, I've seen plenty of the Retro Duke and Rakondo, I decided, screw it, just get it. So, going over accessories, she's got 2 rifles in that hideous color, a more cartoon-accurate one where they just had laser blasters, and one that's like an M4, a more realistic gun, but in that color, ugh. And she's got a crossbow, but I don't like this one as much as that one, because it doesn't really, you don't really see the string or anything, so what I'm probably gonna do is take this crossbow, and it likes to come off even with sticky tack. See, I had to put sticky... I'm gonna keep this one, because I remember her using this one in that PS4 game, which I actually liked. It was a budget game, but I liked it. So yeah, it looks better in her hands anyway. Looks more badass. So I'm going to keep the pistol that she comes with, but keep the other Scarlett's crossbow. And for the rest of the accessories, we got this backpack, which... Let's go ahead and put it in anyway. I don't know if... the ponytail kind of gets in the way. And she comes with fisted hands. And it's got some nice sculpted details on the knuckles, which aren't as apparent in the preloaded accessory holding hands. So, that's something. Again, I lament the lack of painted detail and sculpted detail compared to the first release, but if you want a good cartoon-accurate one, this is the way to go. Super 7 also put out a really good one, and amazingly, they didn't screw up the human face sculpts like they did with Power Rangers and some of the Thundercats, especially Chitara, but if you want one to stay in scale with the Classified, this is the way to go. It looks very nice, my gripes aside. And now, to wrap this all up, here's the new Scarlett with the other 3 Joes that came out in that original wave, which I haven't been tempted to replace at all. I don't care what people said about this roadblock. I mean, yeah, I didn't bother with the heavy-duty one. I like the face sculpt. The railgun looks pretty badass. Overall, the vest doesn't hinder articulation all that much, and I don't mind like the gold, the bling at all. I like the sculpted detail. So yeah, this is the roadblock I'm sticking with. I didn't get the repainted one that toned down the bling for him, and neither for Duke, and I have zero interest in that retro Duke that came along with that Scarlett. I mean, the detail on this one, the paintwork, this is good. I felt I got my money's worth with this Duke. And he looks close enough to the cartoon version without overdoing it. But maybe I would have been tempted to get the Fortnite Snake Eyes, which had a lot of paint apps that I adored, and hopefully was less wobbly than this one. But other than that, I didn't feel rushed. I didn't feel the need to rush to get any different versions of these 3 guys. It was Scarlett was the only Joe I was tempted to replace. But she's gonna look good standing next to them on the shelf behind the ponies and in front of my Autobots. The Masterpiece 1 scales, of course. So yeah, not much else to say. Good figure, not perfect. I have my issues. There are things I prefer on this one still, especially the detailing on the legs and such. But all in all, again, if you want a cartoon-accurate Scarlett in this scale, there's not much more you could ask